Wiring. By far the most important and continuing method of training is by pruning. Nevertheless, there are occasions where one has to change the shape of either the trunk or one of the branches in a fairly dramatic manner. If one was to do this by pruning it could take a very long time indeed. The shortcut generally used by bonsai enthusiasts is to wire the tree to shape. Any wire can be used, but the most suitable is either copper wire or a unanodized aluminium wire. Anodized aluminium wire cannot become softened like copper wire, so one has to use the most pliable thickness one can that will hold the trunk or branch to the shape needed. Copper wire can be softened by gently heating it in a slow fire. This process is called annealing. After applying the wire, copper wire will also tend to mature and the color will blend in with that of the trunk of the tree. However, be careful because when you're heating the copper wire up, you might burn yourself. Aluminium wire will remain the same color throughout its use. Iron wire and plastic covered wire can be used but are not suitable as either copper or aluminium. The rule when wiring a tree is always to secure one end of the wire so that it does not move. With the trunk of a tree, this can be done by pushing the wire deep into the compost. When wiring branches, you should aim to wire two at the same time so that the wire goes at opposite directions on each branch. This will also effectively anchor both ends. Normally the ideal time to wire is during the growing season when the sap is flowing freely. Try to apply the wire at approximately 45-degree angles so that it is not too loose or too tight. If it is too loose, it will not hold the branch correctly. If it is too tight, it will soon dig into the bark, causing unsightly scarring. Make sure you use the wire that has just enough tension to hold the branch. This can be tested by gently bending both the branch and the wire between your hands. The wire to be used will have slightly more rigidity than the branch it is designed to bend. If you use a wire that is not strong enough, it will simply not bend the branch. If you use a wire that is too strong, the branch can bend in and out between each coil of wire. Finally, be absolutely certain that you know how to use the wire and take your time throughout the operation. If necessary, practice on a tree or shrub outside, or even a woody houseplant that you have indoors. Always wire the thicker parts of the tree first, progressing slowly until you come to the final small branches. Trunks and branches can also be straightened or bent with clamps. Moreover, branches can have weights tied to them or be tied to other branches or to the pot itself. Next we should talk about repotting.